XRP versus RLUSD. Which one should you actually be buying? Let's break down everything you need to know for 2026. First, let's get one thing straight. The XRP Ledger is setting itself up to be a powerhouse for tokenizing real-world assets. Think about it. If banks start putting things like gold, real estate, or bonds on the blockchain, they'll need a way to swap between them seamlessly. That's where XRP comes in. It is designed to be the ultimate bridge currency for all these different assets. But Ripple just dropped a bombshell, their own US dollar stablecoin, RLUSD. So what is it, and how is it different from XRP? RLUSD stands for Ripple USD, and it's a stablecoin. This is the most important part to understand. Its entire purpose is to be worth exactly $1. You don't buy RLUSD hoping it will moon like Bitcoin or XRP. Instead, you use it for stability, earning yield, and its incredible utility. Unlike volatile cryptocurrencies that swing up and down, RLUSD is pegged 1-to-1 to the US dollar. It's fully backed by real-world assets, US dollar deposits, short-term US government treasuries, and other cash equivalents. Traders love stablecoins like this because they can park their cash during crazy market swings without having to cash out to a traditional bank, which can take days. So what makes RLUSD special compared to other stablecoins like Tether? The magic word is trust. RLUSD is issued under a New York trust charter, which is one of the strictest regulatory frameworks in the entire crypto space. They also publish monthly third-party audits of their reserves, so you can see the proof for yourself. Now, you might be thinking, if it's always worth $1, why would I even want it? Great question. While the coin's price doesn't go up, holding it can still make you money. You can deposit RLUSD into DoFi protocols on Ethereum or the XRP Ledger to earn interest, often called APY. Because it's such a trusted asset, it's expected to be a hot commodity for collateral. Plus, the utility is off the charts. Sending RLUSD across the globe on the XRP Ledger takes just 3 to 5 seconds and costs fractions of a penny. Compare that to slow, expensive bank wires or even high gas fees on Ethereum for other stablecoins. We are already seeing major platforms like interactive brokers integrate stablecoin funding, meaning you can fund your brokerage account 24/7, something impossible with traditional banks. And here's the big news. Reports are pointing to a massive Binance listing for RLUSD around January 22, 2026. A Binance listing usually brings a tsunami of liquidity and makes it super easy for anyone to get their hands on it. It's also being integrated by other huge partners like MoonPay, Bitstamp, and Uphold. So, should you buy RLUSD? The answer is no if you're looking for the next 100x coin. It will always be worth $1. But it's a huge yes if you want a regulated, digital dollar to earn interest on, send money cheaply, or just keep your funds securely on-chain without worrying about price crashes. Okay, so that's RLUSD, the safe haven. Now let's talk about XRP, the engine. You invest in XRP because you believe its value will actually increase. Here's why investors are so bullish on XRP right now. Remember, RLUSD runs on the XRP Ledger. To send even $1 of RLUSD, you have to pay a tiny transaction fee in XRP. With the upcoming Binance listing and growing adoption, we are talking about millions of potential transactions. Each transaction burns a small amount of XRP, which slowly reduces the total supply and makes the remaining tokens more scarce. More importantly, XRP has something most other cryptos dream of: regulatory clarity in the US. A judge ruled it is not a security, which was a landmark victory. This means big institutions like banks and hedge funds, who were scared to touch it before, now have the green light to hold and trade it. And that brings us to the next massive catalyst, an XRP ETF. After the smashing success of the Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, the market is buzzing that an XRP ETF is next in line. Major asset managers like Grayscale and Bitwise have already shown serious interest. If an ETF gets approved, everyday investors could buy XRP through their retirement accounts, potentially unlocking billions of dollars in new capital. The recent hype around the RLUSD listing on Binance has already renewed interest in XRP. The theory is that massive liquidity for RLUSD will drive a ton of traffic and activity straight to the XRP Ledger, which is great for XRP's utility and value. Of course, no investment is without its controversies. Some long-time holders get frustrated with XRP's price action. This is often blamed on Ripple's monthly escrow releases, where they unlock a portion of their massive XRP holdings. Ripple says this is for managing liquidity, but some argue it suppresses the price. It's a key factor to be aware of. So, Let's put it all together. RLUSD is your digital dollar, stable, secure, and useful for earning yield and fast payments. XRP is your high-growth potential investment, the fuel for the entire network, with major catalysts like regulatory clarity and a potential ETF on the horizon. They serve completely different purposes in the same ecosystem. One is for stability, the other is for growth. Which one you choose depends entirely on your financial goals. Are you looking to preserve your capital or grow it? Now you have the guide to make the right choice for your portfolio. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the crypto world. See you next time.